Alright, what's up fam? Today in this video, we're just going to discuss what are the apps that you need, and we're going to actually break it down in two parts. So, what are the apps you need getting started, okay? So, I'm gonna actually call this, before scaling, before you've ever scaled, um, ever, because most of these apps are free and it's what's gonna get you going until you actually scale. And now as soon as you start scaling and start making $1,000 a day or just really quite a big amount, and you start making some profit, then you can actually afford the apps I'm going to talk about, which are going to be the apps that you need after you start scaling. So that way, because a lot of these apps will be paid, so now you'll actually have some profits and some budget to actually spend more on and be able to get more apps. Okay, but I don't want you guys to like get all these apps as soon as you start Shopify, because you don't need all of these apps. You only need some of them. You only need, and in fact, to get started, you only need 5. Okay. You don't need every single app, guys, so that's very, very important to know. Now, this video is not going to be a tutorial on how each app works and how to use them. And the only reason why I'm not doing this here in this video, or in this course for that matter, it's only because each app already has tutorials inside them. Most apps do, if not all of them. And the ones that don't, you can actually just Google or YouTube it. Like, it's not that hard. Like, I learned how to use these apps completely by myself. Nobody actually taught me. So if I could do it, a guy like me, I'm just a normal guy. If I could do it, you guys can do it too. Okay, so this is not super crucial to the curriculum here. So just really the gym mentality, right? The Google it now, or the YIT mentality, YouTube it now. If you don't know how to do something, do it. Okay, this is not essential to my strategy or a strategy to making you money, and therefore I'm not going to teach this. This is something you can teach yourself. And a lot of these apps, like I said, they already have embedded tutorials within them, so you can learn yourself. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you what apps you need, but it's up to you to learn how to use each app. Okay, all right, let's get to it. So I made a little cheat sheet right here, which will be available to you in case you're wondering, just because you're part of the family here. So this is pretty awesome, right? So okay, so here, apps to start. So beginner apps, right, prior to scaling, and then apps to add when scaling. Okay, so that's super important. I don't know why I put these backwards, to be honest. So that's a super important distinction. Okay, guys, I didn't want to split this into beginner, intermediate, advanced, because it makes no sense. I think it makes more sense to look at it from the perspective of you've never scaled before, and you've actually been scaling or have scaled before. Okay, so like I said, if you've never scaled before, or you just started a Shopify store, you only need these 5 apps right here, and that is absolutely it. So it's gonna be Oberlo, Loox, Coin, SEO, Image Reducer, and Privy. Okay, and they're all here. Ignore this one because I installed this one because I was showing you the tutorial. I showed you guys the tutorial for email marketing, so that's why I installed Klaviyo. But this is actually an app you don't want to have at this point in time. You actually want to have this app later. It'll be right here in the apps to add when you are scaling, so the advanced app. Okay, so you don't really need Klaviyo right now. Okay, so basically you only need Coin by Shoppad, Loox right here, Oberlo, Privy, and SEO Images. Okay, what does each one of these do real quick? So Coin by Shoppad basically will allow customers coming into your store to look at products in their own currency, right? So for example, not everybody is familiar with US dollar, especially if they don't live in the US. If somebody lives in the UK, for example, they're going to be familiar with sterling pounds, right? So basically when somebody from the UK comes into your store, what this app does is it automatically detects that they're coming from the UK and automatically converts your price tag from USD to pounds, so that people from the UK can see it in their currency, so they don't have to go and see USD and take that and convert it themselves, which will hurt your conversion rate because nobody's going to do that. Now, this app is absolutely free for a month, so they have a 30-day trial, guys. But after that, they are going to charge you about, I believe it's $5 a month. But again, if you go into the app and you look at their pricing plans, they'll tell you exactly how it is. But I'm pretty sure it's like $5 a month. So that's what they charge after the 30 days. So you have a 30-day trial, which is pretty neat. After 30 days, it should be enough time for you to get at least scale one product and whatever. But it's $5 a day anyway, so it's not a month, so it's not that big of a deal. The next app is Loox, and Loox is basically an app that will help you get reviews imported to your store. So have reviews, allow people to write actual reviews, or it'll allow you to import reviews from AliExpress, which is what I suggest you use it for mainly, okay? And it also has a functionality to do to give a little bit of social proof in your homepage. So you can have all your reviews in the homepage, and this works perfectly, if not beautifully, for one product stores, because you can have your reviews on the homepage, and it'll look exactly like a product page. So it's very, very, very cool. Loox is great. I love Loox. Looks super nice and neat, and it's very clean, super easy to use, and has some tracking functionality too. So yeah, definitely explore that app. It's great. I love Loox for reviews. So essential. This is the social proof, guys. That's the stuff that you need on your website, and it's what's going to determine whether your customers buy from you or not. So very, very important app. This has a 14-day free trial, and then after 14 days, it'll start charging you, I believe, is around $9 a month or $10 a month. But you can look at the pricing plans yourself. This does have 2 days left for me because I've been using it for almost 14 days. So yeah. And then the next app is Oberlo. This app will help you both import products from AliExpress and fully automated. It will help import products from AliExpress and will also automate the fulfillment process. With a click of a few buttons, you'll be able to order the product on the customer's behalf, and everything will be auto-populated, like their address and everything on AliExpress. Basically, it's a bot doing the order for you. And at the end, the only thing you'll have to do is confirm the payment method, I believe, and then that's pretty much it. And that's how Oberlo works. I think it's a really nice tool, especially for importing products, because it'll import it with all the pictures and the variants. It makes your job so much easier and so much faster. I love Oberlo. It's absolutely free, except for I don't remember. There's a cap on the amount of orders. Maybe it's like 50 or 100 orders or something like that. Again, you'll have to get more information on Oberlo, but there's a limit of orders that you actually can import and use it for, because then it'll actually tell you, hey, if you want to keep using our automated fulfillment, we're actually going to start charging you a month. So they'll start charging you eventually, but it's not that much. I think it's like around the $10 to $20 monthly range, but again, just look at it there. I really don't remember. I should, but I really don't. So yeah, definitely check that out. It's free until a certain amount of orders, and then you got to do it. But it's a lot of orders. I think it's a good 50 or 100 orders. So to get started, it's gonna be a few months until they actually charge you, to be honest. Unless you're testing 10 products a week, which I wouldn't recommend testing so many products. In this program, like you guys saw in the curriculum outline, I actually recommend testing at least one product per week. So you guys will be absolutely fine. They won't charge you for a while, and I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to scale before that even happens. So anyways, that's Oberlo. And then Privy is basically an email pop-up with exit intent. So basically what this means is as soon as somebody's about to leave your site, a pop-up will come up to customers saying something like, wait, don't leave, get 30% off your first order if you complete your purchase right now, or if you come back and complete your purchase, and you're gonna give them a discount code basically. Customers are gonna subscribe to it, and then you're gonna give them a discount code so they can check out. So basically what this does is it helps keep customers on your page and potentially convert those customers that are about to leave. And it's especially effective when they're more of a price-oriented customer. So they might be like, oh, that's a little high, but then once you give them a discount, they're like, oh, okay, now I'll get it because now I get an incentive to buy. I'm saving, right? Who doesn't love deals? So that's what Privy does. It helps capture those people that are about to leave and potentially convert them. So it really helps with conversion rates a lot. So this is the only time I will ever use pop-ups. I'm not a fan of pop-ups. I don't use sales pop. I don't use timers, any of those. That's very scammy, but this is the only one I'll ever use, and the only reason for that is because this is an exit intent pop-up, and not like a pop-up that just randomly pops on your store and it's just so annoying and makes customers leave. It's a pop-up that only pops up, if that makes sense. It only pops up when customers are about to leave. I mean, they've already seen your store, they've already seen your product, and they're just like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna buy this. So they're about to leave. So it's like a last resource thing, and it's not gonna hurt your conversion rate if it's gonna appear after the fact, after they leave, and not before. So it's very key distinction there. That's the only pop-up I'll ever use in my life, because I don't do it. I used to, but I don't do it anymore. I don't recommend it. It's very spammy, and it'll hurt your conversion rates if you use pop-ups out of nowhere of any kind. And finally, SEO Images All-in-One is basically an app that what it does is it'll help you reduce the image sizes, and you can bulk edit image sizes. Why is this important? Because images, a lot of times the images are a great contributor to website loading speeds. And slowing them down. So if you have too many products with a lot of images, it may slow down the site a lot. So it'll make them load in like 6 seconds, 7 seconds, which is a long time. People are not patient nowadays. So if a website loading speed is not under 3 seconds, people will most likely leave, guys, and it's gonna hurt your conversion rate so much. So SEO Images will help you edit every image you have on your site in bulk, and you can reduce the size of the image without sacrificing the quality, which is the important part, right? That's what most people are worried about. Oh, if we're reducing the size, it's gonna look pixelated, but it's not. This ensures that it reduces this, but it still keeps the quality of the image. So it's very useful, and it'll really help your speed, your website speed, get faster and better. So if you're having website speed issues, definitely an app to use. Okay, guys. And ultimately, if this doesn't fix any speed issues, this is outside of the scope of this video, but I always like to add a little value. So if using this does not improve your website speed, guys, then hire a coder from Fiverr or Upwork, and somebody who can go on the back end and try to figure out and see if they can, from a coding perspective, they can take some junk out and really lighten the speed of your store, make it faster and things like that. But only do it as a last resource, because it does cost. You guys want to actually rely more on this app before and then actually trying that. So make sure you try this first, okay? And that is it, guys. These are the 5 essential apps that you need when you get started.